birthday and welcome to your December astrology and tarot reading. So, the new moon total solar eclipse is in your sign. This is huge. This is a complete new beginning for not only you, but also the rest of the world, because this eclipse happens just under 2 weeks before Jupiter and Saturn both enter Aquarius and go conjunct on the 21st, the day the sun leaves your sign. So there are huge shifts for the world in general this month, but for you, so much of it is more personal than that. It's about an image change. It's about a personality change to an extent. Well, it's not your personality so much as the way you do things. The sun. You are the student and the philosopher. You seek the understanding in life. You put your minds outwards towards the new horizons, whether you're scared of them or not. Unfamiliar experiences to you are what makes life worth living, because it's blessed in discovery. So your season delivers. Your season gives you Venus, gives you Mercury, gives you an eclipse. What more could it give you in terms of supporting your energy, your person, as you make these changes, as you step into the unknown, as you step into the new way of living that is blessed? Because this eclipse is actually in beautiful harmony with Mars. It's not so much in harmony with Neptune, but the Mars energy is stronger. Coupled with Mercury there in your sign, this energy is saying, yes, go for it. Make the changes. Go win. And not only yourself, but the way that you create, and the way that you love, and the way that you play, and the way you do pleasure, all of it is changing to make you brand spanking new. The Hierophant. For a lot of you, the eclipse in Gemini has awakened a desire within you to commit to somebody, to commit to something, to commit to somewhere, to commit to somehow. It's committing to this happiness, committing to this new way of living, committing to this bright energy that is going to take over, and it's going to feel so good. 6 of Cups. It's going to reunite you with your soul family. It's going to reignite a relationship. It's going to draw in a relationship. It's going to pull you in a big way past the things in your life that you have had trouble understanding. Because all you need to move on from something is understanding. It's the closure, it's the lesson, it is the perspective that takes you higher above it. 2 of Pentacles and the Chariot. When you have juggled those options, those thoughts, those feelings, and you come to the conclusion, that's when you drive straight ahead into the unknown with great speed. Not recklessly, sometimes recklessly, but you go forward with courage, you go forward with conviction, and you go forward with bravery. A lot of you are ready for something that you've not been ready for a while. And it's not been because you thought you weren't ready for it, but it's probably because the universe knew you weren't. This is a new chapter. Chiron goes direct in your love sector, which will help you. But first, on that day, when Venus moves into your sign and Chiron goes direct, the feelings of love are probably kind of painful. The lessons that you come to conclusion with in love are probably quite painful. It's like pulling out that arrow that got taken over by the wind and misdirected, and it hit where it hurt. It's about pulling that out and saying, thanks to the eclipse the day before, saying, I am enough. I've always been enough. I will always be enough. The past is not a premonition. I understand it now. I understand why it had to happen. I understand how it happened. And I know that based on that understanding, I don't have to make the same mistakes anymore. When we get to the Capricorn energy after the 21st, when Jupiter and Saturn make big waves in your sector of communication and big conversations are a theme of the next few years, your word in the next few years matters. The way that you speak, the way that you listen will matter. And it will probably play a big part in your future destiny. How you communicate, how you relate to your neighbors, to your community, who you're fighting for. And then Capricorn season has you looking at what truly matters and what truly doesn't, and where you have maybe misplaced some value in your life. Again, that Chiron energy pulling out past wounds, especially with people who were dishonest, because Sagittarians would rather have the truth smacked in the face than being ignored. That is something that hits the worst. Being lied to or being ignored, or knowing that somebody's shifty and that nobody else can see it. Even when you try to see the best in people, and you can probably get on quite well with that person anyway. The full moon in Cancer on the 29th. Hermit. Ooh. The full moon in Cancer on the 29th will provide you with a very close look at your intimate life, and it will pull out some secrets within you that you weren't expecting. It will pull out some deep truths within you and how you relate and how you do intimacy, and they will only serve you in the long run. The Empress. Venus will deliver. Even if her entry into your sign is marked on seeing the lesson in the past pains, in the past deceits, in the past misendeavors, in the past mistakes. A lot of it is letting the old ways die and being embraced by the new, finding the meaning amidst the impermanence, and understanding that having a different way of thinking regarding your past is what directly links you to the abundance you've actually been searching for. Because sometimes when you're shooting arrows so high into the sky, you can miss what's right in front of you. You know? You can lose connection with the present. I think Sagittarius season is a time where we all try to find our place. And on the dark side, it can also be where we hide behind our opinions. There is some outdated opinion about somebody or the way something went down that has made you withdraw when you need to express how you feel or what you feel. For a lot of you, if you're looking for new love, Venus will deliver. The Empress is a beautiful omen of generosity, of connection, of love coming in. And after that partial eclipse in Gemini, at least now you really know what you want. And if somebody new comes into your life with the Sun and the Hierophant and the Six of Cups, maybe even somebody you knew years ago but never considered, if you're single, it looks like you could commit to somebody who really feels familiar. Or you could have a very powerful relationship with a Taurus going on here that requires you to see things a bit from their perspective. You've been thinking back and forward about something for a while, though, with the Two of Pentacles here. You've been considering it, and you've wanted to move forward. You have wanted to move forward, of course. But with the Page of Swords, Seven of Swords dynamic, I'm kind of thinking that you might need to reassess your vehicle a bit. This could be literally, you might have to have your car MOT'd, but I'm sort of thinking that for a lot of you in your direction forward, you have to consider the way that you're approaching this mentally. The Page of Swords and the Seven of Swords is a lot of mental energy, and there's a bit of mental anguish, there's a bit of fear here, there's a bit of anxiety, and it's usually surrounding other people. You can be quite competitive, so I feel like you may be reading others as such. You may be feeling like they're as competitive, you may be right. But there's a little bit of soul searching there from someone or something that triggers you with their brightness. And that could even be romantically. Someone who just seems amazing could trigger something within you that makes you need to say, but I have this, trying to put yourself forward. And you never need to tell someone how great you are. They will see it, and that always comes from when people are trying to tell you how great they are. Oftentimes that is coming directly from insecurity. I remember seeing Kendall Jenner. She's not a Sagittarius, but she's a lot of Sagittarius energy in her chart, believe it or not. but she is a Scorpio to the bone. But I remember seeing her in an interview, and she's the daughter of an Olympic athlete, and she was repetitively saying how every test she's done has said she's an athlete's body, she should be an athlete, she should be athletic or whatever. And I remember finding it quite odd, and I remember who she was talking to in the clip found it quite odd that she was really, almost trying to convince the person when it's inherently obvious that, yeah, you have an athletic physique, you're clearly very fit, you clearly come from good genes in that way, that's fine. And the Empress kind of reminds me of that, the real beautiful, amazing, divine feminine-like appearance, but she still has something more to her. You have so much more to you than what you're trying to convey, and what you're focusing on around this eclipse is how you look for most part and how you convey yourself. So you're going through transformations there, and sometimes transformations can just, in a true Sagittarian form, they can lead you inward to find something, some kind of piece of truth that you really needed to glow. It's like you find the light switch that lights up from within, and everybody's taking notice, and everybody wants to be around you, and everybody is so enthralled with your energy, and suitors are lining up to be with you, or your partner wants to spend more time with you, they want to travel with you, they want to take a vacation with you, they want to, go down this path with you. And all the while you're looking like a shiny new penny, but you're still searching for something internally that will do you no harm to figure out. With that Chiron energy in the 15th, with Venus entering your sign, I feel like there is a pain in love for you that you have got to let come up, and you've got to understand it, and you've got to work with it. And then you have to talk about it, because Saturn and Jupiter, your ruler, entering your sign of communication, well, wants you to speak about things. Jupiter radiates so much energy, more than any other planet, and so do you. You have so much energy to put out into the world, so many arrows to shoot, so many things to discover. The world is like a playground. And it can sometimes make you neglect the fact that there's a lot of adventure in you, in your psyche. A lot of fun stuff to discover, and a lot of really interesting pieces. So while we're getting into that, there are some issues that will resurface for you that you have to look at, but they only pull you closer to love. They only pull you closer to money, to abundance, to feeling adored, to feeling connected, to feeling like you have something really important to give and something really important to create if you haven't done it already. I'm going to do an oracle card for you, Sagittarius. Ooh, Athena, inner wisdom. So your spirit animal this month may be an owl. Owls may appear to you in jewelry, in literal physical form. There's some kind of owl. I think your spirit animal may be an owl. You have a lot of inner wisdom, and the owl wants to alert you to the wisdom that you have and how much you've learned and how much you're carrying with you. It's not all about the things that you're going to discover. Some of it is realizing just how much you already have. So while you're shooting your arrows out and you're going after things, just know that you are already pretty darn wise. Because whether you're the student or whether you're the philosopher, you're always learning. So let's do an energy oracle card. Ooh, the broken heart. Yeah, this makes sense. I'm not saying this is a premonition of a broken heart, by the way. That's not what it is. It is learning how to heal that broken heart within you. That's just Venus entering Sagittarius and Chiron direct, because here we had the angel of love pop out. So love is healing you. For some of you, it could be that you're meeting somebody very special. Of course, that's always an omen. For a lot of you, it's healing a current relationship. For many of you, it's healing from a relationship and finally being ready. Venus in your sign is the most beautiful time for love. So from the 15th onwards, Sagittarius, do trust in that process. Do trust in that energy. Do trust that it is there for you and that it is something that exists for you, or that your current relationship can be repaired. If you would like to join me in the extended reading, it will be linked below. There will be a video coming up on the solar eclipse in your sign that is on the 14th. The video will be coming up next week. The information is below if you want a private reading with me for the following year. And if you enjoyed this reading and you'd like to see more, please like and subscribe to the channel. It would really help me out, and I would be very happy to have you here, Sagittarius. So happy birthday. Have a wonderful December. I will be doing readings for mid-December before the end of the year. So if you are celebrating Christmas or the holiday season, I will be wishing it to you then. But in case you are leaving here, have a very wonderful holiday season. Merry Christmas, and I will see you soon. Bye.